You got any church people in here? Couple of us, hey? Well, congratulations. Not a lot of people can go from Jose Cuervo to Jesus Cristo the next morning. Good for you. Good for you. Now, I'm not going to make fun of God or religion or anything like that. We're all going to have a good time. We're all going to get along. But have you ever walked into church and taken a look around and just been like, surely we don't have to spend eternity with everybody, right? The lady that held the door open for me the other day, she had this bright Bible highlighter yellow dress on, right? With a crown of thorns and a cross on it. And just the words, best day ever. Whose team are you on, Karen? Look, I'm not saying it's not important to the plot of the story. I'm just saying it's probably not one of his top 10 favorite days, you know? Probably not like his bar mitzvah, day he got new sandals. Being murdered's not next on that list, you know? Some of you look a little offended. You look a little hesitant. Spoiler alert, he makes it. The book's been out for 2,000 years, guys. I appreciate it. No, but then you go into the sanctuary, right? And they have that one choir member that's just going above and beyond the Call of Duty, right? They start interjecting their own words in between verses of the song, right? They'll sing something and then she'll close her eyes and just be like, yes, Jesus. And then she'll sing something else and be like, I love you, Jesus. Ew. I think you love Jesus a little bit differently than I love Jesus, all right? Could you stop having a whispergasm into the microphone? Because my kids are here. That's not a conversation I was wanting to have today, you know? And then there's always those couple people out in the audience that kind of get swept up in the moment, right? They get seduced by the whispergasm. You know, they start off a song with their hands down here, rocking side to side. By the end of the song, they just got both hands overhead, just waving back and forth. Like they're announcing a used car sale or something. It's like, what are you doing, Brenda? Put your hands down. You got a question or something? You trying to get extra credit? Because that's not really how this works, you know? You think God's in heaven right now? Like, man, look at Brenda. Man, she is giving it her all this week. Hey, Peter, write her name down. We want to make sure she gets, you know what? Let's just take her now, right? You laugh, but I guarantee you if a giant hand came through the ceiling and just plucked Brenda out of the audience, all of the other hands would just go straight down. People would be like, I can't go to heaven this week. I gotta find out what happens in Yellowstone. It's a room full of white people at St. Charles. I thought that was a pretty safe bet. Right? But then they do this thing where, and listen, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but if you're a Catholic and you were laughing at that, you shouldn't be. And that's only because all of your songs sound exactly the same before adding a little bit of inflection. But then they always do that thing, right, where you go to get communion, and you take your crouton and you dip it in your grape juice and stuff. And they always relate it to a Bible verse, right? They'll put it up on the screen and they'll be like, this is my body. And next to the word body, there's like a little asterisk. And I look down at the bottom of the screen and it said gluten-free options available in December. That still sounds like a lot of carbs and I've been trying to watch my figure. Is there a keto Christ I could try this week? Maybe dip something in a queso di Cristo? That's how I want to take my Jesus, you know? And the rule in my family is, if I say anything at all, if I make any stupid comments, any jokes, anything, I have to go sit in the car till it's over, right? But we're making our way down to the front so I can get my breadcrumb, right? And I lock eyes with this particular individual. Now, this particular individual was a dwarf on a hoverboard with blue and red flashing lights. Like a patrolman for the Lollipop Guild out looking for sinners. Guys, 10 years ago, that sentence didn't exist. If I were to come up to you on the street and be like, there's a dwarf on a hoverboard in church, You guys be like, he needs medication, right? And I'm just supposed to pretend like it's a normal, everyday occurrence, right? But my wife sees me see him and gets the keys out of her purse. And I'll be honest, guys, I tried my absolute best. I waited as long as I could, but I eventually just turned to her and I was like, best day ever. All right, guys, that's my portion of the show. I'm Rueseler.